Index Season 3, a certain magical Index Season 3. I had no idea what was going on, and now I'm going to play the same card that I've played a lot recently. I watched it in Japanese. I just watched it in Japanese with Japanese subtitles, so a lot of it surely went over my head, but also I got the distinct impression that if I had watched it in English, I still wouldn't have gotten it all either, because there was just so much crammed into this season. And I didn't really read the complaints about the season in detail, but I got the general impression that many people had the impression that it should have been stretched out a bit longer, that it didn't capture the magic of the original visual novel very well. Who knows? I mean, I'm not familiar with the source material at all, I was late to the party in general. Like, I just finished watching Index and Railgun like 2 years ago. But yeah, I mean, I would have to agree. The season did seem a bit rushed. It seemed very compact. It didn't seem like it captured the whole spirit of a supposed World War III in the kind of scope that I would have expected from something called World War III. Anyway, my biggest problem with this season was not necessarily that it was rushed, because I'm a plot guy. I do like long, complex plots, but the biggest problem for me was that it was very repetitive in one annoying aspect, and that's that the gang would face off against an enemy, they defeat the enemy, and then in the next arc, that enemy would come back as an ally, help them defeat the next enemy, who would come back in the next arc as a new ally, and this would keep going on and on and on and on. Everyone was always being saved from their past sins or whatnot, because I guess that's part of the religious theme of this story. But doing it so many times, so repetitively, it got kind of annoying for me. I do have a lot of complaints about this season. At the same time, I do appreciate where it's coming from. There's so many shows that don't even try these days that I do like it when shows are ambitious, even if they overdo it. Index in general, it has always had one thing that I really like, is that the powers are just so broad and at the same time so deep in a way that I have not really seen anywhere else. So I do appreciate what they're trying to do. I like, the spirit of the show, but at the same time, I think it is highly flawed in its execution. So I'm giving it a single plus, just barely. I was really debating between whether to give it a single tilde or a single plus. At the end of the day, I gave it a single plus, but yeah, I cannot strongly recommend it. Basically, that's what it comes down to. So if you've seen the first two seasons, maybe it's worth seeing this one. If you haven't seen anything of the Index series, yeah, maybe don't bother with it. It's really up to you, but I can't strongly recommend it. Anyway, on a related note, I went to Tachikawa City recently. This is the side that supposedly the Gakuen Toshi, or the Academy City, I guess that's what they call it in English, that's what it's based off. Or so they say. When I went there, it was very clear that that was only the direct station area that was the inspiration for the Gakuen Toshi. Everything outside of there is just another Japanese suburb. Nothing special whatsoever. And while I was there, I picked up this little bus thingy. I hope it's coming across on the camera. Because even though I don't buy many anime goods in general, I have a soft spot for anime tourism and localities that try to capitalize off it. I can just imagine, like, this city council full of old people trying to debate with each other, like, we don't know who this character is. We have no idea what's going on here, but it's going to make us a lot of money, so let's just roll with it and plaster the whole city with anime characters for 3 months. So, that was pretty cool, and yeah. I can't say I'm that much of a fan of the franchise, but I may consider watching the Accelerator series that comes out. If it's good, let me know. I'm probably not going to start it for a little while, so I do have some leeway there. Anyway, just let me know if that's any good, and yeah, see you next time.